Ignore her and she gets curious. But if she ignores you, it has the opposite effect. The moment a man feels unwanted, he goes quiet. A man can give everything, his time, loyalty, protection, and his effort. But once he believes he's being taken for granted, his instinct is always to leave. He won't beg to be valued by anyone. He'll remove himself from the place that made him feel small. And once a man checks out, the version you knew rarely comes back the same. Attention can be found anywhere. Self-respect can't. A man can survive losing the person he loves, but he won't survive losing himself and his respect to keep them.
I'm telling you right now, stop looking for high-value men in high-end bars and restaurants. I promise these high-value men are not in a bar at 11 o'clock at night, already in bed by 10 p.m. and they're up by 5 a.m. for like tea time, red light therapy, to work out. If you want to find these high-value men, then you need to look in high-value places. Think like a country club, members only. But if you're anything like me in your 20s, you're probably not going to find your soulmate in like a country club. The only reason why I use the dating app Cuffs because you can only talk to one person at a time. A lot more like commitment, long-term focused. There's no and games tied to it. We're looking for high value men in high value places.
And a lot of these modern women are continuing to say, oh, I want a man to be bold. I want a man to grow some. I want a man to, just be a man. Just do it regardless of what I'm doing. Just go out there and take a risk. But it seems like men are the only one taking a risk nowadays in dating. And that's the way that modern women want it. I want you to take all of the risk. Show me. And then if you meet my standards, we'll see. It's not even a, yes, this is the way we're going. It's, we'll see. I've got Chad and Tyrone that I like to go back to.
My girlfriend was shocked by my body count, and now she seems uncomfortable when I socialize with other women. How do I confront her? You're going to confront her? What are you doing? So she's shocked, and now you're going to put her on the defensive as your answer. I don't think that's really the way you want to go. This is somebody who is not comfortable with your past, and you should ask yourself if you are comfortable with somebody who is judging your past. It is valid to think that somebody who is upset about your past is not the right person for you. I don't necessarily think that you want somebody who is judging you for who you are. Who you are is a sum of everything you've been. Say, hey, I notice you're uncomfortable and I'm uncomfortable with that. So let's talk about how you feel about my past. Even if this isn't the girlfriend for you, and that's possible, I don't think confrontation is going to get you where you want to go.
So what do you think men did historically? Like, what do you think their jobs were? Like 1800s, what were your choices as a man to do as a job? Because, you always talk about how women were held back historically. So I'm asking, like, what was life like back then?
Well, women had to stay home and men had to do all of the jobs because they didn't allow women to help them.
What were their jobs that they did? What were the most common methods of employment back then?
I mean, what do you mean? I mean, it's going to be construction, it's going to be medicine, it's going to be food production, it's going to be factories, it's going like the same thing that runs all of society.
So they had three choices: coal miner, farmer, factory worker.
Nothing else happened in society.
I'm not saying nothing else. That was the majority of how people were employed.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys have this like rewritten history where you guys think that men just had these glamorous, fun jobs. But no. Men did the difficult job. Men know that they didn't enjoy their jobs. Do you think of any guys going to a coal mine and saying, wow, this is my passion?
And again, who set that system up?
It's not about who set it up. It's how would the system run without it? They need coal. At the time, they needed coal. Like the same way now, somebody has to build the buildings. Somebody has to get the food. Otherwise, society does not run.
I don't think these modern women really understand the level of peace that a man receives when he stops messing with modern women, when he stops entertaining modern women. No longer is it, and we can even separate the dates, right? Oh, I got to take you to this expensive restaurant. We can separate that. We can just talk about how you keep up mess every day for no reason. You're always getting into something that you have no business being in, talking about you're doing it for the plot, and I've got to listen to the nonsense when I could be thinking about making money. doing a hobby, enjoying a hobby, picking up another one? Which one do you think is more appealing?
There have been Black American women that have been surveilling passport bros in foreign countries. They go to Colombia, they go to Brazil and other locations, and they literally surveil the passport bros. It's okay, he's going over that bar over there.
Mm-hmm.
They doing over there and who they talking to, and then they bring back their reports to TikTok. Black women really like TikTok, so they bring reports over there and tell you who's over there. The locals with the freakum dress on, meet them on the tarmac at the airport, etc. Yeah. And many of these ladies are kind of I just saw a video last week, and she was a pretty girl too. FBA, if you will. She was over, I think she was in Colombia, Cartagena, I believe. And she was almost in tears because no American brother would they see her and they cross over the other side of the street. And that's the type of treatment that many of the American Black women get when they go to these locales, because the brothers don't want no parts of them. And nothing personal, sis, but look, I was talking to a brother earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
He was talking about, and I don't know if you've seen this. Kevin one time asked the question of the ladies, do you belong to Black men or not? And then asked, why is it so hard for so many of you sisters to smile?
Yeah.
We got so many calls that day.
I remember that.
One in particular fought him tooth and nail about why I got to smile for you. Brother was on the dais today on my show. He said that right there, that was the final straw that broke the camel's back for me.
And another thing that you also have to think about is, when you want a man to yearn, you want a man to, I understand you probably want that man to really show you that he likes you. Well, I don't see it as him like simping for me. And if that is simping, then that's what I want. I want a man to really like me. I want a man to really show that he likes me. There's other ways that man can show that he likes you versus him getting down on both knees, crying and snotting, licking all over your feet, sucking all over your toes and all that nonsense. There's other ways that he can do that. But that's what modern women want. They read that type of stuff in books. They look at that type of stuff on TV, and that's what they want. And men are realizing at some point in time, you're going to think because I yearned and I begged for you that you're in a better position. Well, I can leave you. I don't need you. You can't leave me. No, I did that thinking that you would understand how much I really want you in my life. But now that you're going to throw that in my face, I think I'll get to pack it. I'll be out by the night.
Now, women, I can understand you want to mate and date with men who are taller, stronger, smarter, richer, higher status, more responsible, and more competent. However, if I'm that guy, you have to understand that my reward for giving you what you want is that I end up with a woman who is shorter, weaker, dumber, poorer, lower status, less responsible, and less competent. Not a very attractive prospect when it's put that way, is it? And that's precisely why you balk at settling down with a lower status man. Being the boss isn't always what it's cracked up to be. Indeed, more and more men are struggling with this very issue. This is the real meaning of the oft-repeated phrase, the juice isn't worth the squeeze. Being the higher status person in a relationship is very expensive. While women traditionally have been trying to secure the best deal, men have resigned themselves to minimizing loss. Just keeping it real.
Why is it when girls don't like a guy, the guys always attribute it to the wrong things? You hear it all the time. They'll be like, nice guys finish last. See, being nice gets you nowhere when you're nice. Girls don't like you. Man, I can promise you if they don't like you, it's not because you were nice. There's probably other defects. There's probably other things about your personality that they don't like. The nice part was actually probably helping you. Oh, there was another example. I had this one guy friend and he was telling me how I was telling him, I'm like, women, like, we love flowers. He's like, I don't believe women love flowers. I think you guys think you love flowers, but you don't actually like flowers. He was like, I used to give my ex flowers every month and she still cheated on me. What makes you correlate like the flowers to the cheating? Like, she cheated because she was a cheater. A girl dumped you because she was always going to dump you. You being nice was not the differentiator here. If you were an instead of a nice guy, that was not going to save your relationship because that person was never going to stay. You buying her or not buying her flowers was not going to stop her from cheating because she was always going to cheat. But that also doesn't mean that you should go into relationships and be like, well, nice guys finish last, and girls, what they say is not what they actually mean, so don't even bother getting them flowers, they don't need it. No, for the right girl, you're going to want to do those things, because if you don't do those things, she's not going to stay with you. If a guy I liked wasn't getting me flowers, I'm not dating you. If a guy I liked was an asshole to me, I ain't dating you. Why on earth? What makes you correlate these things that have nothing to do with why somebody left you? Why are you conflating the two things? Treat the women in your life well if you want to keep them. Don't listen to the Reddit single incels who are telling you don't be the nice guy, don't get her flowers, don't be good to her. You are taking advice from the worst demographic ever.
Modern women continue to ask, well, why is it that men are opting out of dating? Well, you try being drained of your money, your energy, your resources. Something always got to be expensive. You always got to take them to an expensive place. You try doing that type of stuff for multiple women and see if you like dating. You try paying $150 fee every single time you go out and see how old it's going to get fast. Even if a man has a date, one date a month, that's $150 bill. That's $150 bill. When the new game comes out, with $150, I could have bought that game and some of the DLC. I could have gone out with the boys, taken myself out. I could have put that money back towards a trip. I could have put that money in my investment account. There's so many things I could have done with that money besides spending on somebody that I know don't like me. That's how a lot of men are thinking now. It's not that you're a bad person. It's just that in a lot of these situations, I'm burning through my money and it doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Women complain about men liking younger women, but remain immature their entire lives anyway. You might as well get a hot one that can have more kids. I mean, what is the trade-off? Oh, let me just wait till you're 40 so that you've traveled more? Worked more? We don't care about any of that. Do you become fundamentally less goofy? Probably not. Most of the time, no, actually. I don't find the relationship between accountability and age to be particularly linear. And they're like, oh, you just want to control a younger woman. It's like, why would you be easier to control when you're hotter and have more options? The easy ones to control are 34 and the clock is ticking, so they got to make a choice and then stick with it. No, that's not true at all. Then they'll be like, oh, you just like children. It's like, dude, does liking ripe fruit mean you like seeds? No, it means you just don't want rotten fruit. You just don't want to contend with someone that has more, baggage? Life experience? That would make sense if women evolved into Gandalf. I just don't find that to be the case. It seems it's really not what men are really interested in with women to begin with.
This is it. Thank you so much for the flowers.
Of course, anything for you. When can we do this again?
You're sweet, you're nice, you're a gentleman, career driven. You're just not my type. I hope we can still be friends though.
Sure.
That's a friend zone. If she friend zone you, this is what that means. You're nice, you're a gentleman, you're just not my type. She got roses in her hand, you had a good night. That means she finna use you, player. She finna use you. She finna use you, you simp. Don't be that. That word is gonna be a thing of the 21st century. The early part of it. We're gonna that word. It's over with for the simps. Come on over to Bigger Play. We're going to have a conversation. No more simping. It take you time to build to know who you is. You hear me? You can be respectful. You can be a gentleman. You can be God-fearing because you don't dress right, put you in the corner. You can be God-fearing. You dress right because you got 3 inches, put you in the corner. You hear me? Because you broke, put you in the corner. No, that's over with. Okay? If you feel the spirit from her, pay attention to it. You know if she using you or not, chump. You know if she using you. But if you got game, you can finesse through that. Game is amazing. It's better than money. All right. I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to let you live.
I recently lost a lot of female followers. They're coming at me in my DMs nonstop.
in my comment section nonstop, and it's like, you guys keep saying I'm a pick-me, I like male attention, I thrive off of male validation, so on and so forth. But let me tell you something, I'm bad as look how pretty I am. Really take into account how bad I am. If I wanted the attention that you think I need, that you so desperately need, I would just post my body and face all day. Do you not see this? This is all real too. Secondly, my content is for the men who actually get up and get it, who don't complain, the real fathers, the men who work a lot. They don't have a platform because we have the bitter women who put out the bitter men they choose to be with and have babies with. They get a platform. But the men who are quiet and don't need a platform, they don't have it. And I want the real men to be recognized. So stay the off my post if you don't.
I would come home and I would strip off my dress clothes and I would get into my sweats and my messy bun. So I would dress up all day long for other people, but what did my husband get? And I gotta tell you, when I started showing up, I made the decision that if our marriage was gonna last, it was gonna start with me. I made that decision. He moved to our guest bedroom. He opened up a separate bank account. He told me, I want a divorce. We married the wrong people. I would make him dinner and he would come up and he would say, why are you making me dinner? I am not eating with you. Stop. And I showed up and I showed up. Our marriage was completely healed, saved, restored. I said, what changed? And he said, when you changed, even though the way I was treating you and you kept treating me with grace and love and forgiveness, I thought, wow, what a gift. There's no way I can let this go. And I tell you all that to say, even the impossible situations are possible, but it starts with you.
Oh, I'm fresh out the can, baby. Yeah, I'm fresh out the can, baby. Yeah. And got straight to it. And got straight to it, though. And got straight to it. Yeah, clock it. Nigga, stop playing. Got straight to it, baby. I got, but we ain't even gonna count. We ain't gonna count in my drawer. I'm talking in my drawer.
Wait, hold on. My cash app. You want my cash app?
You want mine?
No, I want you to send me money because you popping it like you got it. Like
Then send you money for what? I've been watching you take your nigga ass. I seen all that, right? Like for what? Like who are you to make me want to send you some bread? No, that's with all due respect. Like I don't mind sending that. That's nothing. But why, baby? Give me a reason, baby.
Because you popping it like you got it. We never.
I got it, but why do I need to give it to you? Like you gonna shake some? What are you gonna do for me to make me want to even spend a minute with you, let alone $1? Why would I invest in a business that's not doing nothing?
It's doing something for me, though.
What are you doing? What does that do for me? You're being selfish, Fred. You're being selfish.
I am.
Don't be selfish. So what are we doing? So give me a reason. Oh, she got little chicks back there. I see you, baby. Anyways.
Listen, it's okay. I don't want to know more. I said the reason, and if you're not satisfied,
that's not a good. I'm not satisfied. It's not a good enough reason, Ashley.
Okay, well,
I'm sorry.
That's it.
Okay, well, bye.
Bye.
Well, bye. Hit that.
You hang up.
Didn't they teach you how to hang up on niggas? Hang up on me. Hang up on me. Hang up on me. Hang up on me. Hang up. I'm not hanging up either now. I'm not hanging up, so we're just gonna be here. Just look at me. Then just look at me.
So a man having to go to work every day to provide for his family is not a sacrifice because it's something he should have to be doing anyway. But when they say the same thing about you cooking and cleaning and doing the dishes and doing laundry, you then understand that the workload increases because of the added responsibility and the added amount of people that is in your home, right? Because if you were the one doing all the cooking and the cleaning and the washing and the drying, you would consider that to be a sacrifice because you have to work harder than you would if you lived alone. But you don't understand how that also applies to the pressures that comes onto a man's back because he has to work and provide for a lot more people, which provides a lot more pressure on him to make sure he exceeds expectations to work even harder to make even more for his family. Is everyone okay? Are y'all all right? Because I don't think y'all are.
There's nothing that I can add to that. The only thing I can say is let her cook.
female loneliness epidemic. Comfy clothes only. Do a super simple makeup routine to feel good about myself. Always put on sunscreen. I do not know blush placement, so if I'm doing it wrong, please correct me. I'm new to wearing blush. And last step. Pack my work bag because I want to go work at my mom's house. Say bye to my apartment. It'll still be this clean when I come home though. Really need coffee. Also literally in the middle of nowhere right now. Hey, how are you? Good, thanks. Can you do an iced cortado? Thank you. Extra ice in it. Yeah. Thank you so much. You too, bye. Just the feeling of a slow morning and grabbing coffee from a local coffee shop and not being in a rush or having anything making your heart or head feel heavy is the most amazing feeling ever. Came to the local country market to buy my mom some flowers. Will always believe in pouring into the people that pour into you. My mom loves these. Thank you so much. And when you buy your mom flowers, she makes you homemade pizza. What a perfect morning.
New rule. Nice guys finish first. I had a man this week text me first thing in the morning. He says, "Do you like flowers?" I say, "No. I love flowers." He says, "Can I send you pictures of flowers from my walk?" Yeah, I would love to see pictures of flowers from your walk. He sends me 8 pictures of flowers. Instantly, number one in my heart, number one in my world. Nice guys, please. Like, and it's not even, it's just like, I just love when a man treats me like an actual human being and like more than just a body. Like I'm a whole soul. Yes, please. Nice guys, come out of the woodworks. We need ya.
If a man should provide, protect, and lead, what should a woman do? Because I hear this list every single day. Provide, protect, lead. And I agree with it. A man should absolutely do those things. But every time I ask the other question, the room goes quiet. It's like it's offensive to even bring it up. We've created a culture where a man's role has a job description, but a woman's role is just be yourself. That's not how relationships work. If one person has expectations and the other one has options, that's not a relationship. That's an audition where only one person is truly performing. And I'm not saying a woman should serve like a servant. That's not what this is. I'm saying if you expect a man to lead, you got to be willing to follow. If you expect him to provide, you got to be willing to build an environment worth providing for. If you expect him to protect, you got to be willing to not put him in positions where he has to protect you from yourself. In a relationship, both sides has terms. And somewhere along the way, we started holding men accountable to their side of the deal while telling women their side is optional. That's not equality. That's entitlement with the filter on it. Good man does not want a woman who does nothing. He wants a woman who matches his effort in her own lane. He leads, she nurtures. He provides, she manages. He protects, she respects. That's not old-fashioned, that's functional.
Here are 5 facts about women that are going to offend you. Number 1, women date up, not down. Women prefer to date men who earn more than them, not the other way around. Number 2, women prefer men who are older. Why? Because older usually means more established, more resources, and more stability. Number 3, women do not actually want equality in marriage. Oh my gosh, why? Because they tend to marry upward, not downward, and that's not equal. That is the total opposite. Number 4, if a woman cannot get the level that she wants, a lot of women would rather stay single than marry down. Yes, that is true. And number 5, and this is the one that triggers and stings people the most. When women are asked if they would rather share a high-value man with other women or be with a faithful man who is lower in status than them, guess who they choose? The high-value man, even if it means sharing. Yes, women would rather compete for the top than settle below their preference. But listen to me. Don't get mad at them. Don't get mad at us. That is just biology, passed down for thousands and thousands of years. But here is the problem. The pool of upward men is smaller, and a lot of men don't want to be that provider role anymore. So what happens? More single women, more single men, more loneliness, and fewer marriages and fewer kids. That is how the game works. So if you're a man, understand what women select for. And if you're a woman, own what you prefer. It's okay. Because human nature doesn't care about your opinions. It just cares about choices.
Yo, so boom. Nice guys attract the worst women. I'm not talking about good men, kind men. I'm talking about nice guys. The difference is self-respect. Nice guys are people pleasers, agreeable, have no boundaries, lack self-respect, and can't walk away from a woman. They do things to earn love, unlike good or kind men. Because of this, they attract women who are controlling, toxic, and unhealed. Women who don't value respect and love. Men who aren't nice guys are willing to leave and able to walk away from these types of women. These women also can't handle when a man demands respect.
Fault or theirs? 100% my fault. It was the first time I dated someone after I called off my wedding, and I was just really excited to just like date casually, and I just like really fell for him. So for months I was like, I don't want to date you, you're not my boyfriend, and I was pretty not nice to him. And then I was like, okay, we can date, and I was just like really in love with him, but I really didn't want to be in love. So I was really lashing out and acting like a little kid, and I would cheat on him all the time and tell him, and then he would stay with me, and then I lost respect for him, and I was just a mess. He was really nice to me all the time, even when I was horrible. How does that make you feel? It's like one of my only regrets in life was how I treated him. Yeah, it makes me like really sad because he was like a really good guy.
Can I have your name and where you're from?
Emily, and I'm from Orlando, Florida.
We talk about the average man that's on dating apps. That man has to swipe right 200 times before he plans one coffee date, and 4 of those 5 coffee dates will end up ghosting him. That means that that man of average attractiveness has to swipe right 1,000 times before actually going on one coffee date. That man has to have so much internal self-confidence and self-worth for this not to start chipping away at who he is. And then on top of that, women all day long will tell him that that man just needs to do better. He needs to grow as a person. He needs to be funnier. He should dress better, and he should start taking better pictures. He should redo his dating profile. That man very often will do these things. But more often than not, there is no change, and then that man just becomes more frustrated with dating today. So much so that that man just decides to stay single. And that man will either just get lucky someday and he'll eventually meet a good woman, or he will find happiness in his singleness.
Well, okie dokie then. How exactly is that supposed to make any sense? Someone is going to have to explain that to me in minute detail. Why it's different when a man cheats than when a woman cheats. Because the last time that I checked, cheating is considered wrong. It's a betrayal of trust in a relationship. And I didn't know there were any qualifications on the wrongness of it based on what a person's gender happens to be. Because it's always been my opinion, instead of cheating, How about just have a conversation with the person that you're with and tell them that you no longer want to be in a relationship with them instead of betraying their trust? Wait, that would make sense, and that's why a lot of individuals decide to cheat, because they are morally bankrupt and don't have the internal fortitude, as it were, to actually talk to their partner. They just hope they don't get caught. But please, explain how this makes any sense at all.
Having a partner is one of the best things life has to offer, and I don't want you guys to miss out on that, okay? I'm not the best looking guy and I'm short. I'm only 5'5". A lot of guys, if they were in my position, they would tell themselves that they would never be able to get a girlfriend. But I've been with my fiance for 3 years now. And I'm trying to tell you guys, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but the difference between being single and in a loving, healthy, committed relationship is night and day. Take just compliments, for example, right? When you're single, you don't get compliments. Like, think about the last time somebody complimented your physique, especially a woman, or told you that you were smart, or that you were handsome, or that you were, strong or capable or whatever. I get that every time I see my partner. Like the dopamine, the oxytocin, all the things that make you feel good and make life worth living, a lot of that comes from relationships. And so this is why I always try to tell young men that you don't have to be alone. And in fact, I think the saddest thing that I ever see is when I see guys who are my age or younger. I'm 23. I'll see guys who are 18 years old, 16 years old, 20 years old, talking about how they're done with dating, how they've resigned themselves to singleness for the rest of their life. And it's just like, bro, I would rather try from the ages of 20 to 35, really forever, but I would rather try for 15 years straight doing what I can to get into a relationship and find a partner. And I'm not saying that you need to be in a relationship all the time. I'm not saying that like, oh, if I don't have a girlfriend, my life is over. But I would just rather try nonstop and never give up. Then after a couple of failed attempts, say, well, it's over for me, bro. I'm done. Joel, you don't get it, bro. I tried. I went on 2 dates. I approached 10 girls and they all said, no, I give up. Brother, you don't even know what you're missing out on.
A lot of these modern women don't really understand that it seems like in the dating market, or, the way it's going, because you're asking, where are the good men at? How come I can't find a good man? Well, it seems like for a lot of these good men, they're stable. They're the stable men. These men are involved in their community. But you want excitement. You want somebody that is going to shock your system. You want somebody that's going to make you feel alive and send you to the moon for a night. Problem is, with that good man, he's going to take you to the moon. It might take a little bit longer to get there. You might not go straight up and come back down. See, what y'all like to do is get on these rides. Hey, make it quick for me. All the way up, all the way down. All the way up, all the way down. And y'all keep on chasing that high. Oh, yeah, this is too fast. Modern women are modern day drug dealers. Drug dealers of dating. Well, you have a lot of drug dealers who have talked about, man, I'm getting that fast money. I'm trying to work a stable job, but it's just not, the money ain't fast enough. And they go back out there and they start selling it again. Modern women are that same way. Oh, I can't do nothing with a good man, a stable man. I gotta go out there and get that fast attention. I gotta go out there and get that fast validation. I need somebody to give me right now. Chad and Tyrone give you exactly what you're looking for, but then you still sitting by yourself at Thanksgiving and Christmas. So what did you really gain?